By the way, those earning less pay than this pay zero. Zero. By the way, one more thing. How many Americans now pay zero or get money back? 51%. The amazing thing here is our president is lashing out and starting a class warfare on lies. At the same time, he's complaining that the rich aren't paying their fair share, that they're just greedy, they have money, they won't give it to charity, they won't help anybody else, they just spend it on things that they don't really need. This coming from a guy who's off vacationing in Martha's Vineyard like every third day. Michelle Obama was flaunting a very fancy diamond cuff. Look at that. Nice, huh? $40,000 for that diamond cuff. She had a staffer go out and get it for her. Now, I want to make it very clear. I don't really care if she has a $100,000 nose ring. I don't really care. You do whatever you want. You want to buy a big pile of spaghetti. You want to spend a lot of money on a rotating chalkboard. That's up to you. You do whatever you want. Just don't complain that the rich are buying things they don't need while you send a staffer out to buy a $40,000 bracelet. Don't tell me the rich aren't giving enough to charity. Between 2000 and 2004, the Obamas gave a whopping 1% of their $1.2 million to charity. 1%. That's less than $11,000. That's not even enough for a third of that fancy $40,000 bracelet that her stylist bought. Progressives do the same thing over and over again. They are notorious for telling you to do as they say, but not as they do. Michelle Obama is the quintessential example of this. She says, don't eat French fries. But then, here she is, eating French fries and hamburgers. Wait a minute, what's that? If you've watched this show for any length of time, you may have thought of something else when you heard Obama say, class warfare, I wear that as a badge of honor. Really? You knew this was coming if you're a fan of this program, because it's something that I told you would happen about 2 years ago. Watch.
Let people get comfortable with the fact that you're a Marxist. It's coming. It's coming. Americans are starting to get restless, and this guy, it's going to come out. He's a Marxist. And I'm telling you, sear this in your mind. At some point, the discussion will be, yeah, well, capitalism doesn't work anyway. Mark my word. We've tried all of these things, and capitalism doesn't work anyway.
It's coming. It's coming. By the way, anybody who says, oh, GBTV, that's, by the way, that was the beginning of GBTV. See how crappy that looked? It's like an old I Love Lucy rerun or something. Capitalism is on the run in some places. I just thought of this old video. I think we had maybe 10 employees when that happened. In New York City, we now have over 100 employees. Some places, capitalism is on the run. Other places, capitalism, not so much. Here, capitalism, not so much. Free market? Nope. We love it here. We're not ashamed of making money. We make a good product. We charge people a fair price. I happen to give a lot of our money to charity. But if I didn't, what business is it of anyone else's? You do with your money what you want. I'll do with what I want. I happen to believe capitalism should be charitable. I happen to believe in the teachings of Benjamin Franklin. But why even bring up that old dusty wig anymore? Capitalism in the free market has got to be defended now. We have to defend it to our neighbors. Tonight is your night. If you've had a hard time defending it, I'm going to give you some information here tonight that you need to write down and take to your neighbors. When you get into an argument, you remember these things. First of all, Elizabeth Warren is wrong. If you don't know who she is, she's the one that Obama had picked to run her new Consumer Protection Bureau. It's great because the thing that he's really done here that is so great, she no longer answers to Congress. She answers directly now to the Fed. That might be a problem. Not for him, maybe for us. Now she's after Scott Brown's Senate seat. Now here's what she said just this weekend on capitalism and class warfare. She's passionate.
Hear all this, well, this is class warfare, this is whatever. No.
No.
There is nobody in this country who got rich on his own. Nobody. You built a factory out there, good for you, but I want to be clear. You moved your goods to market on the roads the rest of us paid for.
She wants to be clear.
You hired workers the rest of us paid to educate. You were safe in your factory because of police forces and fire forces that the rest of us paid for. You built a factory and it turned into something terrific or a great idea. God bless. Keep a big hunk of it. But part of the underlying social contract is you take a hunk of that and pay forward for the next kid who comes along.
That's called charity. I need some duct tape, really. Wrap my head in. It's not going to stop my head from exploding, but at least I'll have all the pieces when I go to the hospital. They'll like, oh, were you listening to Elizabeth Warren? You'll say, yeah, how'd you know? And they're like, we had 4 heads explode just today.
GBTV. The truth lives here.